We finally finished the Borderlands series, and here we are, Metro Exodus. We start off underground in this filthy sewer and got attacked by the mutated sperm you guys flushed down the toilet. After almost dying to it, I got carried back to the Metro and woke up to my character's wife. I need a wife. And almost instantly after that, her dad lectured me about the idea that there's life outside of here. A week later, me and Anna, my wife, went out on an expedition, and well, we saw outside life. We saw a train being used and people driving a car who picked us up, even villagers who lived on the surface. Since we weren't supposed to be outside, we got shot and I crawled my way into this train facility. And we met up with this train engineer who had very good acting.
What can I do?
He basically escorted me out of the station and stayed with us for the rest of the game. What a fucking leech. And on our way out of Moscow, while sneakily attacking the enemy train, I passed the glory hole I had in my mask. And while still on the train, before I blew everyone's guts up, I detached 2 of the carts for a missable trophy. Afterwards, I planted the bomb and hopped back over to our train and watched it blow everyone up. The majority of the game's trophies are story related, so it wasn't that bad until I realized I messed up. We all decided that we had to name the steamy dish the Aurora. My dish should be named that with the amount of aura it gives. No? Okay.
Shut your
We made it to the Volga, a snowy place just like Moscow, with just as many mutants, and a fucked up cult that praised a starfish and thought electricity was the form of the devil.
Oh, hell no!
On our way to the church, I hopped into a little boat and got a nice treat. After getting trapped in the church, we stealthily escaped and met up with another leech, Crest, but he's a Chad, so it's cool. We brought him back to the Aura train, and I customized my gun here, and added an attachment to every category for another trophy. In this map, there were 2 little toys lying around that our crew wanted, so I grabbed the guitar, and on my way to the teddy bear, I got a trophy for using a shit ton of crafting resources. And of course, the teddy bear is in front of a demon's cave. Like, how the fuck does it even get here, bro? As a part of the story, we had to go get a rail car, and while in this facility where it is, I called over the catfish, and instead of it hitting on us, we impaled it with our iron rods. And then, we got into our rail car. This thing was a bitch to drive. Like here, I cannot get out of it for the life of me. I had to use this rail car to get a passenger car for the rest of the crew, losing the rail car's virginity to the passenger car. Oh man, I wish I'd get railed. Eventually, after shimmying around, I got to the bridge we needed to cross that was flooded with the cult members, and got my 50th stealth takedown. Through the whole story, I had to not kill any innocent people, and since I was a good little boy and put everyone to sleep and lowered the bridge, Duke came along since we didn't kill anyone innocent, which was also part of the good ending. We finally made it out of the Volga, and we're on our way to Yamantau, the government bunker. But of course, instead of the government, it was filled with cannibals. They captured us and took Anna away. So now our whole purpose was to save Anna and escape. And while doing so, I killed my 90th cannibal. We headed over, saved Anna, and as we left and had a very dramatic exit, we got a trophy for completing the chapter. And now, we're to the Caspian, chapter 6, halfway through the story. Here is where I realized I should have been collecting collectibles from the start, because it made things dreadful at the end. In any case, I headed over to grab the only car available in the game, and headed over into Riley Reed's baby maker, and headed up to save this woman. So I helped her. She led me to the maps in some underground bunker of all the radiated zones in the world. Now, since nothing much was happening, I put on my gas mask, night vision goggles, and got 3 kills with a sniper. Now that I got back to the story, on our way to get some water for the train's boiler and for us, all I had to do was sit on a bucket lift all the way to the top of this cave. I'm surprised I didn't contaminate the water with all the jizz in my undies. Well, in any case, I didn't kill any of the slaves in the sand area. We grabbed our fuel and headed out with the mirror. And got to chapter 6 flop 2. And yep, of course, I wake up to Anna being practically naked. I need this IRL. Now, since I was depressed, not waking up to an IRL wife, I headed over to the radio and found a music station to drown out the noises in my head. And after I was finally starting to feel better, we had a damn wedding on the train. Like, bro, this game be pissing me off. Like, I already know those two are having fun in their bunk tonight. Now, we made it to the final section of the game, the taiga. As we approached, we fell off the tracks and got saved by some hunter or something. I don't know, but I'd crack. After I woke up, I grabbed my crossbow and waddled my butt over to the statue and slapped it. Bad boy. Here is probably like the only boss fight in the game. There was a massive, I mean huge bear, and after damaging it a bunch, it monkeyed out and dipped. Still in the forest, I found this man alone up in his attic. I joined him for some tea and played some guitar, and after a few minutes he passed out. I probably should have laid my meat on him. We had our second and final encounter with the bear, and right after pushing it off the edge, we were on our way out and completed the taiga. Here, I missed 2 trophies, but I'll come back to that later. Now, since the beginning, Anna has been getting more and more sick because of the radiation she got in the first area.
Fuck!
We planned to head over to the Dead City for some medicine. We headed into the Dead City's metro. I skedaddled into a boat and went through a tunnel that looks like the inside of Riley Reed's Aho and got a trophy pop. Coming out the other side, I got my 300th mutant kill. I hopped over into some buildings and got manhandled by some big blind monkey. I avoided killing them and grabbed the medicine, then dipped. We beat the game, watched the last cutscene, and got the good ending as recommended. Instead of going to crack Anna, I went back to finish the taiga chapter. This time, not killing anyone or being noticed. And because I was a good little boy, Alyosha didn't get wounded. Now that I had Alyosha not wounded, I sped ran the final part of the game and got the full strength trophy for having all 3 crew members and all of them unharmed. Now, instead of having to beat the whole game in hardcore, I found this glitch online that made the game believe I did it in hardcore, and with it, got the bad boy ending. Somehow, through the whole game, I didn't kill anything with this little pistol, but I swear, it was less effective than a pea shooter against an all-star zombie. Afterwards, I grabbed the final upgrade to Artyom's suit. Since I was being stealthy through the whole main playthrough, I never used my BB gun, so while getting the collectibles, I got 30 kills with it. And not too long, I grabbed all the collectibles because there wasn't that many left. For some reason, the last breast trophy would not unlock for me, unless it was in the final playable level of the game. So I restarted the Dead City chapter, and as soon as I was able to, I waited till my filter ran out and crafted a new one on the spot. Now, heading back to the taiga, I had to get 30 kills with the crossbow. I don't know how this relates to Robin Hood, but whatever. We had to go back to the desert area because we had a car, and there was a trophy for killing 50 enemies by running them over, which took a dreadful amount of time. Now, while working to get the long-range kill trophy, I killed my 300th human enemy. And then of course, right after, the long-range one. Now that I was going for the Tidy Man trophy, all I had to do was dirty all 3 of my guns, find a workbench, and just spam save and quit. After like 21 times, I finally used 300 chemical resources to clean my guns. Now, for the last trophy, I headed up onto these towers where the teddy bear normally is and killed the flying demon with fire. And the long awaited platinum right after. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd love to hear your feedback, so like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Mwah.